What's up guys, it's Charlie. This is going to be my Walking Dead episode 15 video. We are at the finale, so just careful for spoilers if you haven't seen the episode yet. There's a new round of the Walking Dead giveaway. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber, leave a comment on this video. So it's finally coming together. I feel like they did a good job of telegraphing everything earlier this season, but this episode of Walking Dead beat you in the face with the stuff that it's going to be doing next week, with the big twists, with the big character arcs, especially Gregory in the Saviors. Like, they really want you to be okay with things taking a dramatic turn. As Negan says, there are big plans. So let's do top 10 WTF comic book Easter eggs, starting with number 10. Tara finally tells the group about Oceanside. I love Rick's reaction. What? How dare you? Why didn't you tell us before? He's speaking for the rest of the audience. And I don't know if any of you guys sympathize with Tara. She was trying to keep her word. Like, you want to feel like she's honorable, but the smart thing to do would have been to tell them. But for most of the episode, they did want to make you wonder how things were going to go down. Like, would they actually come to blows? Would someone end up getting killed when they came to take the guns? So I love the montage. Walking Dead, for all of its faults, it does a really good job with the different intros. Way back during season 5, season 6, they actually had some of the best different intro montages that the show has ever done. So this was pretty good. I wouldn't say it's one of the best ones, but they did do a really good job with the way they cut Tara's voiceover, with them marching to Oceanside, making their plans, cutting it with Carl's character, acknowledging how he does think about all the dead people that he's killed. So it's sort of like a tee-up for all the craziness that's going to be happening next week in trying to make you feel the weight of it. Like, there's going to be consequences. They have to do what needs to be done. We are all really hyped up for a battle royale, but I think they're using Carl's character just to try to make you feel like lives matter. The saviors that are going to end up dying, their lives mattered, even if some of them were terrible people. The survivors are going to die too. I think about the people that I didn't kill. So in that way, Carl is kind of like the conscience of the group. Like, yeah, this is gonna suck. We're gonna have to kill a lot of people, even though we as the audience are like, hell yeah, kill as many people as you want to. They do a pretty good job of setting up the Sasha twist with Jesus' character. I'm a little worried about him, and Daryl's like, she can take care of herself. They're probably back at Hilltop by now already. So of course, big twist, number 9, they open the cell door and it's Sasha sitting in there. She's captive of the Saviors, and they keep talking about the fracas, as Negan calls it, that she caused last night. Makes it sound like she killed a bunch of people before they took her down. But you guys can let me know how you felt about that twist. Like, they definitely left a lot of action off the page, so your mind is just left to wonder, like, ooh, how crazy was this? Like, sometimes it's cool when they do that, but it's hard to tell if they left that action off the page because they just wanted to move the plot along, or because they wanted to save money for a big action set piece in the finale. So I think we're in agreement that it would have been cool to get at least a few quick cuts of a montage when Negan referred to the fracas, or when David was talking about last night before he got all creepy on her. But I love the Negan twist when he is like, not cool, man, you broke my one rule. We do not take advantage of women in that way, and just stabs him right in the throat. It's actually a pretty cool, pretty subtle effect. So now the big surprise is trying to get her to turn, but she's such a badass that you know she's not going to turn until number 8, Eugene, walks in, and you really know she's not going to turn. Like, she just has hate in her eyes for him. I love that reaction. Like, she's holding it all back inside of her. Like, the more quiet she gets, the more you're just waiting for her to jump out. Like, they both remember Abraham, and he starts to justify what he did. I don't ever want to feel as afraid as I did that night that Glenn and Abraham died. When he's talking about that moment that he never wants to go back to, like, the reason he joined the Saviors is that so he would never be forced into that situation again. He's talking about the season premiere. So for about 30 minutes of his life, he felt very brave, and then it all went to crap in this moment right here. I thought my number was up. So in that moment, I was totally okay with her taking him down. Like, Eugene was a nice character. He has a lot of his own charm. There might still be a chance for him to redeem himself, but I feel like this is them trying to make you feel okay if he does die in the finale. So you guys can let me know, do you actually want Eugene to make it to season 8? But speaking of people making it to season 8, number 7, Maggie shows everyone, including us, the audience, what a coward Gregory is. Never before has a storyline been telegraphed so much. Like, they really want you to think that Maggie is going to be this amazing leader. She's a pregnant, single mother who knows how to farm, has all these skills. Like, they've been setting this up all the way since season 6 when she started working with Deanna, learning how to be an administrator of a big community. That was the whole part of her arc with Deanna. Deanna kind of teaching her how to start being a leader, and then Glenn's death sort of forcing her on her own hero's journey. So if there was ever a character that you could lay a bet on, 100% not gonna die, gonna make it to season 8, Maggie would be it. So they just want to foreshadow that she will take over Hilltop and she will be a good leader that everyone likes and will be totally cool with Gregory not being in charge anymore. That was why they included that scene of the group walking by as Gregory was throwing up after she killed the walker that was on top of him. Like, he told us that he was totally badass at killing walkers. So you have to imagine that everybody would freak out if you killed the leader of a group, but they want you to feel really okay if Gregory suddenly isn't the leader anymore. Like, oh yeah, he was a douchebag anyway, so we're totally cool with somebody else being leader. Somebody like Maggie, maybe. But number 6, the survivors roll into Oceanside dropping bombs. So the big thing here is they don't want to demonize them because they need to take the weapons, and they just want you to wonder, like, the whole tension is would someone die? And to stand off aside, like, they really want you to believe in the survivors and Rick's group going forward. So they're going to do everything they can to make you feel like their actions are justified, no matter how terrible they seem. Like, they take a bunch of their supplies. Do you need to take everything? Yeah, we need all of this. Really, the only thing that surprised me in this storyline is that more of the Oceanside people didn't join the survivors. I figured that about half the group would stay, half the group would go. Like, you have Cindy who's like, yeah, we need to fight them, but it seems like she stayed behind. I did like the way that they brought back that beach roamer. Like, the big event that catalyzes the group that sort of brings them together is the walker attack, and you see the walker from the beginning of the episode who was on the beach. But they got the guns, now they can get down to business. The important thing, though, that they did not follow up on, there's still sort of a hanging thread here, is that Heath is still missing, and there's the key card, the PPP card, which I think is the way that they get into one of the satellite stations. I guess we have to assume they're going to follow up on that in the finale. But number 4, Sasha convinces Negan and Eugene that she's turned. So the big thing here, totally telegraphing the fact that she's just trying to cozy up to Negan so she get another chance to kill him. But she has to prove herself, as Negan says, and turn on Rick. Tell me what they're up to because I have something big planned for tomorrow. So he's talking about the finale. He has big plans just like Rick has big plans. So they're just hyping up big battle royale. The real fun of this moment, because you totally know what action she's going to take. Her motivation, her character is pretty clear what she wants to do. So the fun of this moment is just her trying to convince Eugene to bring her a weapon. Just like before, 100% okay with her taking Eugene down if she needs to. But the big twist of that, number 3, is that he brings her back the pill that he made for the wives. Remember, he was like, I can't, in my good conscience, help you kill someone else. But now he's like, okay, I'm totally okay with you killing yourself. You seem like a good person. But really, I feel like it's just the show's way of letting you know that he is almost too far gone. Like, in the way that Dwight has turned, Eugene has also been poisoned by his fear. So it's like, okay, he does not deserve to go on. There still might be a chance for him if he's inspired. So what they might do is, if he does die in the finale, is that they'll just give him some heroic way to go out. Like, okay, one final moment to be brave and sacrifice himself for everyone else. But I feel like after all of his speeches in this episode, that is the only way to redeem the character. Number 2, Coward Gregory, sort of the juxtaposition of Sasha when Negan's like, you need to tell me what Rick's up to. He pulls out the bottle of whiskey that he was talking about with Simon and starts looking at a map, just letting you know that he is probably going to go talk to Simon, have that glass of whiskey with him, and totally rat out what the survivors are trying to do. He makes it sound like their trip is going to be an overnight thing. So I know it seems like they're setting up an awful lot of plot that they have to get through in addition to whatever big final battle goes down. But they did say that the finale is going to be supersized. It'll be extra long. I don't know how much longer, maybe like an extra half hour on top of a normal episode. But number 1, they roll up to the safe zone and Rosita's like, I got a surprise for you. And it's Dwight. So it was Dwight at the end of the last episode. He has turned and is ready to help them fight the saviors. So if you have read the comic book, please use spoiler tags if you want to talk about it, because they're being very faithful to some character storylines from the comics. And I know a lot of you are wondering if they're going to give Sasha the Holly twist. So there's a lot of questions about her character because she's going to be on another TV show later this year. So it's like, Is she gonna film that between seasons of Walking Dead? Are they gonna kill her off? Because it seems like she's been marked for death. Like, she has the pill, and there's no way I think she's gonna kill herself, but she already implied heavily to Rosita that she was sacrificing herself for the group. You have to go on. They need you. There has to be a reason for all this. So in my mind, the minute that Sasha did that, she was dead. It's just that she has a couple really cool things that she's gonna do before she dies, like kill a whole bunch of saviors. So let me know in the comments, who do you think is gonna die in the finale of The Survivors? I feel like Negan is not gonna die. He'll make it to season 8. He's too big of a character, but I think of the survivors, that Sasha and Eugene are at the top of my death list. And definitely Sasha is at the top. I think Eugene, there's a strong chance that he could also die too. But let me know all the death predictions in the comments. What's gonna happen next is there's new Game of Thrones, there's gonna be a new Spider-Man trailer really soon, so I'll try to get through all the Marvel, DC stuff. So I'll say congratulations to the latest Walking Dead giveaway winner, Third Ray. Please private message me on the back end of my channel so I can get your contact details. There was a new round in this video. I'll announce the winner when I post my finale video. While you wait for that, click here for new Spider-Man, all the craziness from Justice League the last couple days, and you can click here for all my Walking Dead videos. Thank you so much for watching. Let's high five. I'll see you guys in the next video.